So yesterday we got the final episode of the second season of Helluva Boss. This episode releases on the 21st of the month, which is earlier than most episodes. I believe that Vivian purely wanted to give the community an early Christmas present. And after watching this episode, I definitely think that it's a good one. I will go over what happens in the episode before giving my thoughts on it. We basically start where we left off in the last episode, which is Blitz's apartment. We see Stolas and Blitz talk over breakfast that Blitz kindly prepared for Stolas. And suddenly Stolas is reminded about Octavia. Stolas tries to call Octavia, but Stella takes away her phone when she realizes that he is trying to contact her. After Blitz takes Stolas out shopping, they go to the I.M.P office to start work during the holidays. We see Millie and Moxie celebrating Sinsmas in the office, before Blitz tells everyone that Stolas is joining the crew. Stolas takes Luna's job of answering the phone in the office. He gets his first caller and Blitz is trying to be as supportive as possible. After this, the client for the episode bursts through the door. She says that she wants I.M.P to kill her husband that basically did the same thing that Stolas did. This brings a lot of tension into the room. Stolas even projects that someone like that doesn't deserve to live. Reluctantly, Blitz opens a portal to the living world and we cut back to Octavia walking through the halls of her home. She finds a picture of her and Stolas from when she was younger, and she even sings a song called I Will Be Okay, which is a reference to the song that Stolas sang a whole 4 years ago, under the name You Will Be Okay. The song goes over how Octavia feels about how she believes that Stolas left her to go and live with Blitz. After saying that he'd never leave her, she starts to wonder if there is more to it than that, however, once she finds Stolas' antidepressant medication. We then cut back to a depressed Stolas in the I.M.P office, who proceeds to have a massive crash out and decides to go and see Octavia, no matter what happens. We then see Blitz, Millie, Moxie and Luna on Earth, where it is snowing. They obviously aren't used to the cold, so they want to get it over with as soon as possible. Millie even throws up due to what she says is the cold. Looking through a house window, they see a happy family celebrating Christmas. This makes Blitz imagine what could be, and this makes him call off the job. Millie is the most surprised by this. Once Moxie tries to tell her that they'll get the next job done, Millie lashes out at Moxie. When I first watched this part, it made me very confused as Millie has never been aggressive to Moxie like this, and it is very out of character for her. Once back at the office, Octavia enters the room trying to find her father. Once realizing that he's no longer there, Blitz knows where he might have gone. Cutting to Stolas at what was his home, but has now been taken over by Andre. Speaking of which, Andre shows himself and decides to taunt Stolas to provoke him. However, Stolas has had enough and just straight up beats the shit out of him. After a while, Andre uses his powers to hold Stolas in place, getting ready to kill him. Then Blitz and the others show up to fight off Andre. This fight scene is definitely one the animation team have put a lot of thought and care into. Just before Andre is about to kill everyone, Octavia comes out of nowhere and uses her magic to stop him. Stolas tells Octavia how proud of her he is, but Octavia is having none of it. She tells him that she knows who Stolas chose and that it wasn't her. She then storms off, leaving Stolas in bits. Back at the apartment, we see Blitz trying to comfort a broken and soulless Stolas. We then see that it turns out that Millie is going to be having a kid. This comes as a huge surprise to her, and we can briefly see how this is affecting her as well. Finally, we cut to the balcony where Stolas is smoking with Blitz. Blitz wants to comfort him, but they both know that right now there's nothing that they can do about the situation. Blitz decides to give Stolas a dance before the credits finally roll. I must say, the quality of the episodes as of late are getting really good. Mastermind was an extremely well made episode, and this one was too. I really like how they put in the puzzle pieces throughout the episode to suggest that Millie was pregnant, like when she threw up in the living world, as well as her mood swing right after with Moxie. Octavia's song in this episode was also very good. It had a lot of meaning to the song as well. It's a song that you can both listen to purely enjoy it, or to listen to the lyrics so you know how she is feeling. Also, as I said earlier, the fight scene with Andre was really good. Getting to see this monstrous version of Andre was really cool. I am also very glad to see that Spindlehorse seems to have finally decided what they want to do with the series, at least with the situation between Stolas and Blitz. Furthermore, I like this scene where Blitz imagines what he would want with him and Stolas. It's been something that the fans of the show have been waiting for years, and now that we have it, it's really good to see. There are so many details that I caught in the episode that I just can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Something that I found a bit odd, however, is that Stella was in the episode for a bit, and could have brought more to the table, but for some reason, she just stopped showing up in the episode with no explanation for it. When Stolas goes to see Octavia, the entire confrontation and fight happens without seeing Stella once. Also, I think that Octavia, despite her feelings, was a bit stupid for not even hearing out what her father had to say. But at the same time, I think that she just believes that Stolas will just lie to her again, so I'll give this a pass. Overall, this episode was really good, and it's definitely in the top 5 of the second season. I would love to make a couple of tier list videos ranking the episodes from season 1 and season 2 of Helluva Boss. I think that this is a good idea that will not piss anyone off, and everyone will agree with me on everything. I love the animation in this episode, the storytelling is great, and I dare say the writing is pretty good in this episode as well. However, of course, I'm only one person, and I would love to know what you think in the comments. If you could also let me know any details that you noticed, that would be great. Also, did you know that only 0.6 of the viewers that watch my content are subscribed? If you could please help me with that, I would greatly appreciate it. That's all from me. See ya.